You are a wealth of knowledge.
I'm up to date with my Japanese breeding. Stony Bay even is paying $8.80. Well, fair dinkum, would, you'd have to say that Stony Bay at the moment would struggle to beat an elephant. $6.20 for...
You really potted this, order.
Oh, I've potted Stony Bay. $6.20 for Hishi Amazon, which is the favourite. And number 14 is Sandpit, which Lee Friedman spoke of earlier, $6.80.
Now, a little bit of a worry at this present point of time. We're due to go down to Roy Higgins for his thoughts on the next. The unfortunate extreme outside for this, the Trower handicap over 1,200 metres.
Century Toast, the big mover late. Here's Brian Blakemore.
Light about to show. There it is now. We're ready. Set and racing now. They've come out in a good line. Century Toast may have dwelt just a little. Our Floral Prince Trader Joe away quickly. Boundary Fighter over on the inside and Scrupulous Fighter working up with Divider at the 1,000-metre mark. They're tightly packed. Deeper out on the track, Pastico, and with it Le Capitan caught wide. Then further back in the field, Ticonderoga second last, and a length off last of all is Century Toast. Down by the 800-metre mark, and Divider takes the lead from Trader Joe. Over on the outside of those, then Pastico. A length further back, Le Capitan, Scrupulous Fighter. Further back in the field, Ticonderoga starting to work his way through. Quite Adamant is up there running about fifth and deep, and wider out Century Toast, dropping back Our Floral Prince. Ticonderoga is starting to work into the picture, and Boundary Fighter is last of all. At the 400-metre mark, Divider just in front here. Over on the outside of it is Pastico, a length and a half to Quite Adamant. Ticonderoga shown the whip. Trader Joe and Century Toast out deep from Our Floral Prince, and Scrupulous Fighter not in the race, but Pastico swept to the lead at the 200-metre mark. Drew away here from Divider, who can find no more. Century Toast and Quite Adamant battling away with Ticonderoga, but Pastico in front. On the outside, Century Toast is getting to it, but the post will probably be too close. In front here, Pastico, and Pastico hangs on. Wins by a long neck. Ticonderoga got home late to get second. In front of Century Toast, Divider, Quite Adamant, Our Floral Prince. Then Scrupulous Fighter, Boundary Fighter. Back behind it, Trader Joe. And Le Capitan has run last.
693 numbers at Moonee Valley for race 7. Here's the head-on under the stick here at the moment, halfway up the straight, in fact right up to 200, and you can see here Pastico for Darren Yates kicks clear. Here's another one, Ross, actually, that has the tech form rating of 100.
Yeah, and well, snuck away from us, but got a nice old break, got a nice old stitch towards the end as Ticonderoga and Century Toast, the late plunge horse, came at it, but it's won by next, won pretty easy on the line.
693 the numbers at Moonee Valley, and we are not far away now from, of course, one of the features of our afternoon racing here at Moonee Valley. We've also got the Steve Monaghetti Class 2 handicap, the Goodyear Aquatread Steve Monaghetti handicap at Geelong. That's at 5:07, so we're about 8 minutes away. In fact, what we might do is try and see if we can get a tote update, give you a bit of a chance to get on race 7, and then we'll go down to Dan. You've got 8 minutes of betting time left.
This is the Steve Monaghetti, an interesting race over 42,000 metres. It's 800 laps of the Geelong circuit. It'll take about 2.5 hours. The favourite is number 11 here, which has got a name called God's Gift at $4.50. Also in the market, the toppy, Al Raider, number 1, showing $5.80. Looking also at number 3, Wandon.
This race 7 over the 1,700 metres.
Racing, fair to even start. Exotic by no speed afterwards. Shatoon and one of the best out. God's Gift. God's Gift will lead from El Raider. Shatoon. Karani Mac is getting across with Blueberry Hill. They get a second and third. Now getting through the field is Our Rain from the middle barrier, working forward as easing back. El Raider fifth offence. Shatoon behind it from Son of Pine. Next then a length and a half to Future Star, followed by Rare Nothing. 2 lengths Lacazak. Wandine Dream serving back second last. Exotic by slow out last of all. God's Gift leads by a length. Blueberry Hill is second. Kanani Mac is third, and a length and a half Paydan working around now to be fourth from Shatoon El Raider. Splitting those Our Range the middle, a length and a half Son of Pine inside it now is Rare Nothing as they run by the 1,000 mark. A little deep is Future Star, about 10 to 15 off the leader. 2 lengths next to Lacquazac around at inside at Wandine Dream. 2 lengths Exotic by serving last of all. He's gone all the way here to the top on Blueberry Hill, crossed over to be 3/4 in front and now a length clear. God's Gift is second. He lets him get 3/4 by, but it holds the inside God's Gift. They're 2 lengths Kanani Mac third, Paid and fourth. The inside Shatoon, followed by Our Range. Next in between runners, Al Raider, Rare Nothing, the fence. They're running quickly down the hill. Future Star a fair way back, trying to circuit around the field. Wandine Dream, Son of Pine. Lacquazac serving Exotic by last of all. God's Gift again inside Blueberry Hill. He's been patient to work slowly to the front again. Kanani Mac two away third from Shatoon. They're all off the bed. Our Range trying to run on now to the outside, making some ground. Future Star, God's Gift the inside of Blueberry Hill, Shatoon and Kanani Mac in a bound race up. Kanani Mac, Shatoon, God's Gift can't go on. Kanani Mac and Shatoon 3 lengths away. Our Range making ground, serving behind them. Shatoon, Kanani Mac, serving's absolutely rocketing behind those. Rare Nothing on the inside. Shatoon, Kanani Mac, Shatoon, Bob Shatoon one from Kanani Mac. Serving a length away, made up a lot of ground. Third ahead, Rare Nothing fourth. Next Our Range with Lacquazac, followed by God's Gift in the middle. Future Star with also Blueberry Hill, Wandine Dream, El Raider, Exotic Buy, Son of Pine, Paid and last of all.
13, 16 and 12 in the high teens. The numbers here on the inside here, it looks like number 13, Shatoon, the horse that you did try to pronounce, with, as you said before, with a mouthful of marbles. The Greys got up there. Trains at Cranbourne.
And out of the great, says here, the French sire, Kenmare, but stands in Ireland. So it cost you plenty to send it to Kenmare, and they got a bit back today.
Actually, this trifecta could just about pay anything, to be quite truthful. Kalani Mac, first emergency, getting a run. Has, I think, run second. Sorry for bending down, showing my head there. I didn't know I was on. And number 12, Concentration, here for Serving, who has actually got third. So numbers could be 13, 16 and 12 at Geelong to wrap up their day of racing down there. Now, the numbers here. Well, here we go. 10, 60 and 3.30 you can expect for the winner. 16, you can expect $26.60. And number 12, the favourite thrown in... no, it's not. I thought Serving was shorter than that. Have a look at the price Serving's gone at, $18, $15 and $4.80, so you can expect $4.80 back. So if you have got those numbers, expect a rather healthy dividend for the trifecta.
But if you've got the trifecta, don't bother going down to the TAB until you've bought a wheelbarrow, because you're going to need it when that trifecta divvy comes in.
Mildura is our next, and then, of course, Japan. Why don't we have a look at an update of the Japan Cup as we speak at the moment here. And the toppy, your block of flats at $38.70. Now, the Australian contingent still continue to dominate here with Danewin at $4.60 and $1.70. Now, we have a look at Stony Bay. He's at $9.50 and $2.30. Hishi Amazon is the big shortener into $5.80 and $2.30. And number 14, Sandpit. I think some good judges have followed Lee Friedman's plonk for this fellow here in Sandpit, the Brazilian horse here. He has come up at $6.70 and $2.60. Now, what other horses are in contention here? Narita Bryan, the Japanese representative here, has come up at $7.70 and $3.10.
And looking at the form guide, indicates that Narita Bryan's last 5 starts have been at Hans, Coyote, Naka, Coyote and Juppen. So that's very good form line, if I'm any judge.
And has been over the 2,000, 3,000, 2,500, 3,000 and 2,000 metres its last 5 starts. So it's certainly been covering some territory. And the prize money says $8,741,800. Is that Japanese or Australian? Whatever, it's a lot of money.
Whatever it is plenty. And just looking up the Japan Cup, the prize money for first in the Japan Cup in about 8 minutes' time is $2.2 million. And I think
into stride, and Kentucky Rebel managed to kick up on the inside, although he doesn't want to really lead. And now Murray's Miss works clear by 3 clear metres from Kentucky Rebel. This leaves Semi Sun facing the breeze, but not for long, because here's Midland Miss taking off after a good beginning, and Midland Miss whizzes up on the outside. It's the 2 misses in front. Murray's Miss leading, Midland Miss in second berth. It's 2 metres away. Kentucky Rebel lies third. Semi Sun getting into the 1-1 set early and around the outside. Ryan takes off now on Mercer Road and is coming quickly. They're followed further back 3 along the rails by Dancing Ricky, soon to be 4 as Midland Miss presses on and gets to the front. Now working hard, Mercer Road will get into the death seat. Wilton is next. It's 4 back in the running line. Followed on the inside by Nuki's Lad. Further astern to Allura Irish Warrior. 20 metres away further then came Adios Review, and a long gap Eileen Joe literally taking no part in the event. Midland Miss had worked to the lead, and he tries to put the brakes on now. It shows out by 4 metres. In second place, Mercer Road on the outside. It's had to do a bit of work in the first lap and a half. Over on the inside, Murray's Miss lays third. Now Semi-Sun gets into the 1-1 again. Luck's going his way this afternoon, followed further back by Kentucky Rebel. Next over on the inside is Dancing Ricky from Wilton, Nuki's Lad. Then came Allura, Irish Warrior, picking the field up, Adios Review, and a long last Eileen Joe. This leader pulling hard out of the straight. Midland Miss, it leads by 5 metres from Murray's Miss, tapped along. In third berth, Mercer Road driven up and not going anywhere at the moment. The leader looks to be going okay. Pushing off the rails then came Kentucky Rebel. Semi-Sun hard driven on its outside, followed by Dancing Ricky. Then came Wilton. None of these horses back in the field are doing much. Further astern, Nuki's Lad. Irish Warrior taking off from the rear with Adios Review, but they're right up the bank with 3:50 to go. Midland Miss in front by 6 metres. Murray's Miss plugs away, so does Mercer Road. Kentucky Rebel getting off the rails is running on hard out 3 wide now. Dancing Ricky's run into a dead end, and then Nuki's Lad, Semi-Sun gone. Homeward bound, Midland Miss in front, leads by 5 metres. On the outside, Kentucky Rebel is coming quickly, and look at little Nuki's Lad sprouting wings down the outside from Dancing Ricky. It's Midland Miss in front going home, and she's too good. Midland Miss wins 4 metres on the line, Nuki's Lad. Kentucky Rebel was third, Dancing Ricky a nice effort fourth. Then came Mercer Road, followed in by Allura. Next, Murray's Miss, followed home further back in the field by Semi-Sun. Next to pull up was Wilton, Adios Review, Irish Warrior, and a long last in the race was Eileen Joe.
A night at the Trots is a great night for a group function or fundraiser. Social clubs, sporting clubs, a family get-together, or even an intimate dinner for a small group. In fact, for groups from 2 to 800, it's great value. There's a wide range of packages from exclusive dining boxes to lavish small...
And the dividends, or the approximate dividends for the Japan Cup, which they'll be due to jump any moment. Brendan Cormack's down trackside at the moment. Brendan Cormack, son, what is the latest on the market?
Yes, Gaylard, son. How are you? The Townhouse is 20 to 1 at the moment. These are the Japan tote figures that have come through just recently. Makatani Townhouse is 20 to 1. Pure Grain at 20 to 1. That's the Oaks winner from Ireland. Narita Bryan, very firm favourite, 5 to 2. They've given us a bum steer, I think, these people. I think they talked us up on this Hishi Amazon earlier in the day, but I think they've swung back to Narita Bryan somehow in the last few minutes. 5 to 2 about it. Lando at 14 to 1. Carling is out to 50s. Royce and Royce 14 to 1, both of those. Dane Win, 20s into 16s on the tote there. Get nothing like it here on course, I can tell you. Taiki Blizzard is at 8 to 1. It's well in the market. Also Hernando 15 to 1. Stony Bay 50s to 40s. So both Australian runners are well supported. They're moving in. It looks like Dane Win's just walking into a stall there, or is it actually Nice Nature walking up at the moment? We've got Hishi Amazon at 7 to 2. Sandpit 13 to 2. They're off.
Amazon ease back to last after the start, and first out Dane Win away running with Stony Bay. The Australians land first and second, settling down now. Sandpit away quickly and pushing up now in the middle. Taiki Blizzard. Taiki Blizzard goes to the front of the winning post now from Stony Bay. Over on the inside, Dane Win 1 length further back. Sandpit is going forward now, goes up third out of the straight. Dane Win is fourth on the rail, a length and a half further back. Carling outside it, Nice Nature there, followed by Narita Bryan inside Pure Grain. Lando 3 deep, a length and a half Fernando. Then Medican Townhoiser, followed by Royce and Royce. Well back as a wad, and last of all is Hishi Amazon. The Japan Cup field goes to the back, and the leader is Taiki Blizzard by a length and a half. Stony Bay moving forward now on the outside. Sandpit got to second, Stony Bay third. Dane Win is a length away, running fourth on the inside, a half then to Carling. Further back out, 3 deep is Nice Nature, 1 further back in the race, Pure Grain. Narita Bryan bottled up the rail. Lando 3 deep, 1.5 Fernando. 2 to Medican Townhoiser going around the outside now, making a bit of ground. Royce and Royce there, followed by Awad making its ground, and Hishi Amazon is last of all. 1,200 metres to go in the Japan Cup, and the leader is over on the inside, Taiki Blizzard by a length to Sandpit. Stony Bay is third the rail. Moving up on the outside now, Nice Nature's travelled up quickly now to be fourth, a length and a half then to Carling. They're followed further out by Lando. Dane Win bottled up on the rail, trying to get out now from Pure Grain. 2 to Narita Bryan, well back in the race is Hernando. Then Medican Townhoiser, followed further back by Awad. Hishi Amazon last, and Second last is Royce and Royce. Tarky Treasure and Nick in front of Sandpit. On the outside, Nice Nature out 3 deep, 2 lengths further back. Stony Bay at the 600-metre mark running fourth. Then Lando followed further back in the race by Carling. David a mile off them. Sandpit is sweeping up now to tackle the leader, which on the inside taking Blizzard at the 400-metre mark from Lando. And Narita Bryan into the clear coming down the centre. And Hishi Amazon wider out. Tucky Blizzard in front of the 300-metre mark. Grabbed by the German horse Lando. Lando hit the front. Hishi Amazon laid out wide. In the centre it's Lando in front. Hishi Amazon trying to close. Lando for Germany clear of Hishi Amazon. Tucky Blizzard and Lando. And Lando is going to get the money. Lando scores down to the post. Second Hishi Amazon. Third may go to Lando. And a close fourth on the inside. Tucky Blizzard. A gap then to Rita Bryan. Followed on the outside by Royce and Royce. Then Sandpit. Damon never came into it. Then Pure Grain. Well back in the race. Medican Town Hoyser. Then Stony Bay. And the last two in the Japan Cup. Nice Nature and Royce and Royce.
Well, the German horse Lando, 5-year-old by, Akatananga, yes, out of Loria, gets the nod. Haven't got a rider here, but it's trained in Germany, owned in Germany, and he's had 22 starts for 9 wins, 2 seconds and a third. So his strike rate's pretty good for $1,730,000 in prize money, and he takes out the 1995 Japan Cup from number 12, which was Hishi Amazon, the favourite in the race, and from the United States, and number 10, Hernando. The horse you gave a little bit of a chance to getting third, mate.
Yeah, so there we go. It's
was certainly the performance here of Gary Gray just a couple of minutes ago. We'll leave it at that for now from the Winning Post enclosure. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and we look forward to talking to you. Porky, that's it. And we'll see you next Sunday at Flemington, where we hope to have a special guest in the yard. Nothing more at this time.
Thank you very much, Brendan. We'll work on you. Actually, talking before of trying to be inconspicuous, I remember the last time I was on a racetrack, I did lend a bloke money. They reckon you should never lend money to anyone. It was a fair sum of money. He went away after and had plastic surgery. Now I can't recognise him. I can't get my money back. The last, quickly, let's have a look at the totes and the tip on top here. French Resort, $4 now and $1.90. $4.80 for Mrs. Kraus and $1.80. Others in contention, the 4 Eastern Princess, you must throw in $5.80 and $1.90. And I think the Shark leads by 2 in the Golf at Kingston Heath. And that's about all I can tell you at this point of time. As they start to mill around behind the gates, do you have a little preference outside our trifecta?
Well, I think in honour of the German win in the Japan Cup in 1940, no, in about 5 minutes ago, Mrs. Kraus, I think, stands out here, the number 2, the German contender. Yeah, that's my go. About $4.80, that'll do me. That'll get me out for the day.
All right, a winner at Sandown in a mare's race, of course, going into some of the older mares here, or racing against some of the older mares here. She's only a 4-year-old. Young Sam Highland takes the ride on her, and she will come out of gate number 14. She's drawn out nearly to the extreme outside here of this field. In fact, she is on the extreme outside. So we'll watch the tactics of young Sam and see whether or not he can get a forward position. They're all just about in for the lucky last. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage here this afternoon from Moonee Valley. It's been a great afternoon if you've been out here. Let's go to Brian Blackmore for the lucky last from the Valley.
Way. And they've jumped in a good line near the inside. I'm No Lady. All Heart have begun quickly. Eastern Princess got away smartly and out deep. Rondoletto working forward with French Resort, Damascus Dawn. Mrs. Kraus is going to be deep as they run to the judges' box from Expedite, Zam's Fortune and Finlandia. Now drifting back there is My Madonna, Living Fine, Marula Spirit, and 2 lengths last of all is Japaz. Mrs. Kraus 4 deep on the turn out of the straight, heading to the 1600-metre mark, where Rondoletto leads by a length and a half to All Heart. Third is I'm No Lady, and a little on a length then to Eastern Princess. Out 4 deep is French Resort 2 as Zam's Fortune goes forward. In the centre there was Damascus Dawn. A length away Mrs. Kraus, getting nearer to the inside with Finlandia. Then a length to My Madonna. A half away was Expedite. 2.5 Living Fine. Marula Spirit, and last as they work to the 1250-metre turn was Japaz. The leader is still Rondoletto by a length. All Heart is second. Third I'm No Lady tucked away on the inside. Now the saddle's gone on Zam's Fortune. The boy parked right up over its neck there. He's got no control on it. Over on the inside inside, Eastern Princess. A length further back, Damascus Dawn. French Resort stuck out 3 deep around Mrs. Kraus and Finlandia. At the 1,000-metre mark, 2 lengths further back then was Expedite. Back on the inside of it is My Madonna, a length and a half, Japaz with Marula Spirit, and 2 lengths Living Fine last of all. Down by the 850 and the leader Rondoletto by a neck. All Heart goes up to tackle it for the lead. 2 lengths to I Am No Lady and Zam's Fortune. In the centre was Eastern Princess. A length and a half, Damascus Dawn now making ground. French Resort, Mrs. Kraus back along the inside of Finlandia, and then comes Expedite at the 600-metre mark. Rondoletto about a neck in front here of All Heart and Eastern Princess. A length and a half further back then French Resort, niggle that I'm No Lady on the inside, and at the head of the others then Damascus Dawn. Mrs. Kraus is struggling back in the field as Eastern Princess on the turn raced up here with All Heart to join Rondoletto. A length and a half to I'm No Lady. French Resort still grinding away, and further back Expedite as they corner. Eastern Princess drew a length and a half in front here of All Heart. Over on the outside French Resort is now coming on strongly with I'm No Lady, but it's Eastern Princess in front. French Resort, the outsiders, trying hard with All Heart and I'm No Lady. Eastern Princess in front now home, and Eastern Princess gets in. Eastern Princess by a length to I'm No Lady. Tight third French Resort and All Heart, then Expedite, Rondoletto. Mrs. Kraus further back with Marula Spirit, Damascus Dawn, Japaz, Living Fine, My Madonna, Zam's Fortune, and last in was Finlandia.
Well, the winner, number 4, Eastern Princess, Vlad Jurek. Is that to 3 winners for Vlad today? Well done, young fellow. Trained by Don Rakavulis down there at Mornington. Eastern Princess gets the money. The head-on shot here under the stick from number 12, I'm No Lady, ridden by Peter Nucky, trained by Francis Houlihan down there at Rosebud. And the toppy French Resort, given every chance to, has got, pardon me, has got third. 4, 12 and 1. I think our other little horse we wanted in there somewhere at Rondoletto has finished about 4th. So we will just have to come back yet another day.
Well, we're going to have to come back another day and have a crack at it. I'm determined to get a trifecta.
We will. And when we get it, we will celebrate quite vigorously too, Roscoe. Let's have a look at the Japan Cup dividends for 4, 12 and 10. These are the Australian dividends, not the Japanese ones. $12.70 and $3.50 for the winner, number 4, Lando. $2.10 for number 12, which was second, and that's Hishi Amazon. And number 10, third, $5 even for Hanando. The Quinella, $42.70. Trifecta on the Japan Cup, $1,484.60. And the Daily Double for 6 and 4, $235.40. It's been a great afternoon here from Moonee Valley. I've thoroughly enjoyed it and thoroughly enjoyed working with you, but I'm not going to see you for a little while.
No, I'm going to take a bit of a break up north, but back in the new year, I think that'll be great fun. We'll see you then.
Look forward to having you back with us again. Ross Stevenson joining us here from Moonee Valley and adding just a little bit of light touch to racing, especially on a Sunday afternoon. Hope you've got a winner. At least you've tried. That's the main thing. Hope you've enjoyed our telecast. We look forward to seeing you next time from the Valley when we go racing right around Victoria. From us all, goodbye.
It's gotta be the races.
Sunday at the Races was brought to you by Racing Victoria.
It's gotta be the races.
Coming up next on Channel 31, regards from Greece. Following that, don't forget to stay tuned for the Neos Cosmos report. That's all here on your station, Channel 31.